to my computer. Okay. So tonight I wanted to be able to actually see your face and you guys come away from this call totally understanding where I'm trying to lead you guys now. Okay. So tonight I want to talk about team volume, and I want to talk about maximizing your income and increasing your paycheck. Like I told you guys, I wanted to be able to talk about that with y'all. But there's been so many coaches like brand new coaches that have come right out of the gate that I have felt like would be rock stars. And maybe you have coaches that you have felt the same way. And then month 2 or month 1 or month 3, they end up quitting. And you're just like, what is going on? And it's because maybe they're getting frustrated, or maybe we've all had those months where we just keep hearing no and no and no and no. And so I know there are different ways to do business. Okay. I'm just going to lay this out there, that there are different ways to do business. This is one way. Okay. This is one way that I'm going to teach you guys what I'm going to start implementing right away. And you have to do what is working for you. Okay. I want to preface that. So if you're somebody who can bust out Success Club like it's nobody's business, then I don't want you to change that. Don't listen to what I'm saying and think, okay, well now I need to like rewind and reinvent what I'm doing. No, what you're doing is working. This is for the people who have tried to hit Success Club or who have tried to work the business. They've done the vital behaviors. They've done the things that they're supposed to do, yet they're not seeing any results. They're not seeing their income grow, and they're getting frustrated and they're hearing no's all the time. That's who I'm talking to tonight. And so us in the Diamond Group, we have just been really like trying to figure out how we can keep our coaches from quitting so fast. And so I want to talk to you guys about that tonight. And listen, what I want you to know is that I am not downplaying Success Club. However, I do want to talk to those who are frustrated with not seeing their income grow. And let me give you a little background. Okay, so used to, in 2013, when you bought a challenge pack, you got one program, okay? You got one program. You got a big, thick pack of DVDs, and you got Shakeology, and that was the only option. And you most likely spent $180 to $205 on that one program, okay? That's how things used to be. And so you would have to purchase every single DVD program separate. So not only would you be constantly, anytime there was a new program that came out, you would get a bump in your volume because everybody would go and purchase T25 or everybody would go and purchase 21 Day Fix. And that would increase your income, okay? But to stay relevant with the times, we had to go digital, okay? And that's when Beachbody On Demand came in. And so I think of like the Blockbuster example. If we would have stayed with DVDs, somebody would have bought us out, okay? So we had to transition into the digital world where we were more of like the Netflix of and it's worked. You guys, it's worked, okay? And so used to Success Club and team volume were one and the same. They literally went hand in hand, okay? So if you got Success Club, you had high team volume, and then the next time that you would have a launch, you would hit Success Club, you would have high Success Club because everybody was buying the new program, and then you would have high volume. And so that used to be the way that things were ran. But now, I didn't have time to do slides, but I did have time to do my whiteboard. So I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so is this backwards? Okay, so in 2013, if you're numbers driven, hopefully this will make sense to you, and because I'm very visual, so I needed to see this. In 2013, a challenge pack equaled 2 Success Club points, and it also equaled 70 team volume points. Okay, if you don't know what team volume is and all that kind of stuff, I'll share it in a second. Okay, so 70 team volume points. Okay, that's a lot of team volume. All right, in 2019, this is after Beachbody On Demand became Beachbody On Demand. Challenge Pack is 2 Success Club points, but it's only 45 team volume points. So it is nearly half of what it used to be, a challenge pack from 2013 to 2019. Now, I will say this. You do get like a little bit of a challenge pack bonus when somebody orders a challenge pack, but you're only getting 45 team volume points, okay? So which means that solely striving towards Success Club does not create as healthy a team volume as it did 6 years ago. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so I should have probably done my other whiteboard before I did that one. There's 2 ways to earn volume. 2 ways, really quick. Do you know this? Just, I don't know, pay attention or whatever. 2 ways to earn volume. Okay, so there's personal, so PV stands for personal volume. That is everything that you personally buy. So you buy Shakeology for yourself, you buy Energize for yourself, and it's whatever your customers buy from you. So you sell a challenge pack, you sell, whatever, you sell all that kind of stuff. Anything that you sell or anything that you personally buy is personal volume, okay? So that's one way to earn volume. However, this is directly correlated with how much you sell from week to week, from month to month. So this is only based on what you have done. It's basically like your commission. So say you were to work at a car dealership, but you don't get paid unless you sell a car. That's what personal volume is. So if you're personally selling stuff, then you will get 25% commission, like you guys understand that. But this changes from week to week. So if you're only focusing on what you personally sell, that's a lot of pressure on yourself. Okay? That's one way to earn volume. The second way to earn volume is what we're talking about tonight, which is TV, team volume. Now, let me just say this, and most of you guys know this. The only way that you can earn team volume is if you were an Emerald coach or above. You have to have 2 coaches underneath you. You have to have personally signed up 2 coaches underneath you. And if that's something that you need to understand, I can give you we do every single month, we do an Emerald in 48 hours call. You can get to Emerald in 48 hours, I can guarantee you. So if you're not Emerald, we can get you to Emerald. But this is the way that you can also earn income that is not just based on you, okay? So you must be an Emerald or above. This is created from the coaches under you and what they personally buy and what they personally sell, okay? So it's their customer purchases and their own customer purchases. Those are the only 2 ways that you can earn volume: personal volume and team volume. Personal volume is based off of what you sell and only commission. Team volume is what your team underneath you has done. Okay, so like I said, just striving to hit Success Club, like I showed you guys, is not going to produce a bunch of volume. And so in the past, Success Club was what we would all, and I personally taught this too, is that you only sell challenge packs. Don't sell anything else. If somebody can't afford a challenge pack, you tell them to hold off. You tell them to wait. You tell them to save up for it because it's the best bang for their buck, and you're going to get your Success Club points, and you're also probably going to get maybe a coach down the road. But they're getting, we saw that challenge packs seem to give you the best. Challenge packs will give you the best, the instant gratification of, your Success Club points and your commission right away. So that's what we taught everybody. All of us did. But that was before Beachbody On Demand. That was before the team volume went down. And so I have been guilty of teaching this, and it's something that I have struggled with my own self, is that when coaches get frustrated because they keep hearing no, I don't want to keep saying, well, just keep trying harder. And so my mind was thinking, what is it that we can do in order to help coaches see faster income? And so the bottom, don't miss this part. You start earning significant income when you stop worrying about personal volume and start worrying about team volume. Okay, does that make sense? So you will start seeing significant income when you stop worrying about personal volume, what all that you're selling, and when you start worrying about team volume. Okay, I have like little bullet points here, so I don't want to miss anything that I'm trying to say because it's a lot of information. So, okay, so here's the question: how do you transition into this? So, like, what is it that you do? So, obviously, a challenge pack, hands down, is the best option. Some people right out of the gate, they don't care about income. They don't care about budget. They don't care. They just trust you and they say, whatever it is that you've been doing, whatever it is that's been working, that's what I want. And I've had a lot of people that have done that. And honestly, that's how I built my business. I mean, there was my first 5 years, I never missed Success Club but one time. So it's doable. It can happen. And I think I attribute that to all of my transformations because I've done every single program that's practically ever been created, and I've had a transformation. And I attribute that to the fact that I did Shakeology and the program together, and people said, I just want to do what you want to do. But listen, a lot of times that you'll hear people say that the time that you've put into this business will equal your income or your money. And the only thing that will equal increase in your money is volume. The only way that you can increase your money in this business is through your volume. I don't care if you've been a coach for 5 years or 10 years. If you don't increase your volume, you will never make any money. And so that is why I want to focus so much more on not Success Club, but I want to focus more on you guys getting volume. And I'm going to talk to you about tangible ways how to do this. Okay. So just bear with me, but that's the main gist of tonight. So some people don't want to spend a penny more than what they have to. They just want, give me the baseline, give me the $39.99 or $39.95 or whatever. And that's awesome. So now I want you guys to start taking those people instead of saying, well, I only am going to coach you if you buy a challenge pack. I want you to start reaching out to those people and start getting them plugged into your community. Because I think that the more of those types of people that you get buying Beachbody On Demand quarterly, they're going to start, not only are they going to get excited because they're inside of your community, but they're going to see all the stuff that you're doing inside of your challenge group, the fact that you drink Energize every single day, the fact that you're doing your workouts at 5 a.m. in the morning without fail. They're going to trust me on this, they are going to want to try that stuff. But if they've only spent $40 on Beachbody On Demand, they're most likely going to be okay with spending $50 on a pre-workout. So just bear with me and listen to the couple more like tangible things that I want to talk to you about. So either way, I don't want you to assume that one person is going to buy a challenge pack versus another. So I always am still going to offer a challenge pack. I'm not going to assume that somebody, either doesn't have the resources or doesn't actually want a challenge pack. I'm always going to offer that. But instead of saying no to them that they can't join my challenge group, now I have a place for them. Now I'm going to put them in somewhere. And it is so important that you personally are trying new products that Beachbody has to offer, because that will definitely, you'll not be able to help more people if you're not being able to tell them personal experience from the products that you've tried. So for example, if you're only doing Beachbody and Shakeology and you've never done anything else, don't expect for anybody to, first of all, don't expect for you to be able to upsell anything else if you've never tried it. And secondly, don't expect anybody to want to try something that you haven't already previously done. So for instance, if you have done Shakeology, but you have like 17 boxes, make sure that whatever it is that you order the next month is something different. Try something different. Try Energize. Try the beach bars. Do something so that you stay active, but change up your routine. Try something totally different. I just ordered Daily Sunshine because I had so many moms that were saying, what are some healthy snack options that you give your children? Well, I hadn't had Daily Sunshine since it came out. So I'm like, well, that's something that I need to start having my kids start taking so that so that I can tell them from personal experience that my kids love this stuff. And they do, they love it. But if I don't have the experience, then I I can't upsell anybody, or I can't say this is what I recommend because this is what I've tried. So I want you guys to remember that. So you don't always have to be on Shakeology. If you're an Emerald, all you need is 50 personal volume, but find something that you haven't tried yet. And then maybe every month or every 3 months, try something new. And then that way you're able to say, this is my experience from that, because all the stuff is amazing. Okay. So, okay, so this is what my challenge groups are going to look like, okay? My challenge groups in the past have always been, you have to have a challenge pack in order to be a part of my group, okay? And the reason that I said that was because I felt like it wasn't fair to the people who bought a challenge pack to have my undivided attention versus the people who only bought a 14-day free trial of Beachbody On Demand. I did not see how that correlated. You know, these people spent $160 to be a part of my challenge group. And these people spend, 14-day free trial, and then they might get a $40 quarterly, Beachbody On Demand, which is great. But I did not see like how they outweighed each other. But this is something that Gary Vee said that I'll never forget. If you over deliver, you will always be okay. You will always succeed in your business, because the people are wanting, but if you under deliver, then that's where your business stops. That's where things will get harder for you. So if you allow all the people to come into your group, and you're constantly filling it with value, or you've got stuff that you have to say, and you have 5 people that have bought challenge packs versus 25 people that have quarterly Beachbody On Demand, I would rather have 25 people in my group who are showing up every single day and who are working out versus 5 people in my group that 2 of them are showing up every day. So you have to think about that and what you want your challenge groups to look like. And so I'm going to start doing some new things that I'm going to tell you guys about that I think will be helpful to start getting more volume from your coaches, from your customers who are only doing the $39 Beachbody On Demand. Okay. So here is your plan from here. So let's talk about what your plan can be. Okay. If you've been doing the same thing in your business that you've always done and nothing has changed, then something has to change. Okay. Something that you do is going to have to change. And so that's why I think this is such a great idea. And I think that if all of us as a team decided to do this and start focusing on volume rather than Success Club, I told you guys I'm not downplaying Success Club. Success Club gets you free trips. Success Club gets you into the parties at Summit. Success Club gets you elite points. And those are all amazing and those are all great. But if you've tried everything you can and you're not hitting that, then it's time to do something else. So that's why we're going to start focusing on volume. And so if somebody can't afford a challenge pack, I don't want to blow them off anymore. I want to say, you know what? There is an option for you. There is a quarterly Beachbody On Demand where you get to try it out for 3 months. And let me tell you something. The retention rate for yearly Beachbody On Demand is higher than any other product that Beachbody has. Okay, did y'all hear me? So Beachbody On Demand yearly renewal has the highest retention rate than anything else that Beachbody has. So most likely, at least this is my opinion, when somebody buys a challenge pack, I would say 90% of the time they cancel their Shakeology by month 2 or 3. Does anybody else have like they feel the same way? So even though the next time that their Shakeology renews, you do get 90 personal volume from that, you don't keep those customers very long. But people who have yearly Beachbody On Demand, most likely, and it's actually proven, renew that every single year. Whether or not they use it or not, they still renew it. It is one of the highest retention rates of the products that Beachbody has. So this is what I do. This is what I'm going to start doing when people ask me for more information. Okay. I'm going to tell them, that I'm going to send them a form. The form is basically what my form has looked like this whole time. And I will share these with you guys if you want them. The form basically says all the questions, like the questions that I would ask them if we were going back and forth. What type of workouts do you like? What has worked in the past for you? What does your eating look like? What kind of, what type of workout are you looking for? Those types of things. And then one of the questions on there is going to say, what is your budget like? And then with that being said, because a lot of people are like, my budget's $50 and I can't spend any more than that, because that's about what I was spending, at the YMCA or whatever. That way, how to tailor your next conversation. So then the next form that I'm going to send them is basically it's going to be like their order form. It's not an order form, but it helps me to know how to put in their share cart. Okay, so what I should put in their share cart. So a lot of times, one of the things will be quarterly Beachbody on Demand, $39.95, or yearly Beachbody on Demand, $99. And then it'll say, if you struggle with having the energy to work out and you need something that is, very few ingredients, it's not going to make you crash, it's the same amount of caffeine as a cup of coffee, then you want to try Energize, and you put the price beside it. So what they do is they actually go to this form and they just check what they want. So by the time you get the form back and they've submitted it to you, it'll say on there, they want quarterly membership with a tub of Energize. So they're doing a la carte instead of having to spend $160 on at one time that nobody wants to spend. Okay. So that's what my forms are going to look like. So I'm kind of just like, this is what I'm visualizing doing, because I'm going to start doing this moving forward. So I want you to brainstorm this and figure out what that would look like for you right now. What would that look like for you right now in where your challenge groups are, or maybe you've just done away with challenge groups and you're just like, I just need to start over. How would you want to implement that? And how do you think it would be successful for you? Okay. I'm a form person just because I think it makes me more organized. I'm not organized enough to go back and forth through Messenger. So I need them to fill out a form and give me all the information at one time. And then the form goes to my email and all of the forms are together. And so it just makes my life very easy. And Google Doc is all free. You can use that. You can use Wufoo. That's free, up to 10 questions. But I think forms are just super, super easy. Okay. You guys getting any of this? I'm dying here. Everybody with me? Okay. Is this making sense? I hope so. Jeez. Okay. Okay. So moving on. I've already talked about most of this, so I'm just going to try to pick through the last few things. So this is your plan. Okay. You need to figure out what you want your challenge groups to look like. What's going to be the requirement? Is Beachbody on Demand going to be the requirement? Do you just need them to sign up for a 14-day free trial? And then when they sign up for a 14-day free trial, on day 14, it automatically charges them for quarterly. Okay? That's how that works. So what you do is you'll go into ShareCart, you send them the quarterly Beachbody on Demand link, and it signs them up for the 14-day free trial. And then after 14 days, they get, then that's what they pay for. And then every 3 months, they're paying for $39.95. Listen, it's more expensive for them in the long run. It's $160 for a year. Okay? But they don't care. They can pay $40 every 3 months. They don't want to pay $100 at one time. That's for the people that will not pay a cent more. And you'll have those, and that's fine. So give them that option. And then the second thing, so the first thing is figure out what you want your challenge groups to look like and who you're going to allow to be in them. What's the requirement? Okay, is it just Beachbody on Demand, or do you want them to have a supplement too? I know Brittany does Beachbody on Demand, and you have to have any type of supplement. So anything. It can be one of the boosts. It can be beach bars. It can be anything. Okay, so then the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to go back to the people that you have talked to in the past, or that you have sent a share cart to and they've never filled it out. They just kind of like ghosted you, or the people that you went back and forth with, and then offer them this option. Okay. So my goal for you is to have such a healthy volume and customer base that you can still get a paycheck no matter what type of life circumstance comes your way. Okay? For instance, 16 weeks ago, I found out I was pregnant and I thought my life stopped and I was instantly sick and I took 2 months off from working. 2 months. I couldn't hardly breathe. I couldn't hardly see. I was throwing up all the time. My life just stopped. Everything came crashing down because I was like, I'm sick all the time. I don't want to be on social media, and I wasn't ready to tell anybody. However, during those 2 months, I still got paid the exact same. Even though I didn't invite to a challenge group, I still showed up in my challenge group, but I didn't invite. I hit Success Club 4 both months. Like, that just goes to show you I wasn't trying, and my paycheck stayed the same. So it's because of my customer base, and it's because of the retention with all of the coaches underneath me that allowed it for it to be that way. I was not focusing on commission, because there was weeks I sold nothing and my check still stayed the same. And that is what I want for you guys, to have enough customers and enough volume created underneath you that if something like that happens and you have to take a step back, it's not like having to tell your boss, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to work. And they're like, well, I'm sorry, you can't get paid. I want you to be able to still get a paycheck, even though those crazy things come into your life and those things happen. And so, but it takes focusing on volume. And that is what I want you guys to walk away with tonight, is to stop focusing so much on Success Club and beating yourself up over whether or not you hit it, and start focusing, okay, now how many customers do I want to get this month? Do I want to have 5 new customers this month who have bought anything? Do I want 10 new customers this month? Do I want 50 new customers in the next 3 months? Figure out what that looks like. And then what's going to happen is that your volume is going to start accruing. And then I'm going to show you guys a crazy statistic in just a second that has to do with money. But it's going to, and that is how things compound. Okay. That's how you're going to get the volume that you want and the income that you want. And your check's going to start going up. Even if it's just a little bit, it compounds over time. Okay. So, all right. So one of my success partners in our diamond group, her name is, or one of the girls in our diamond group, her name is Ashley Brockington. I think she's a 10-star diamond coach. She's an elite coach. She has a huge, huge, huge following. She's a professional photographer. She's got 5 kids. And so she has been doing this type of thing, this trial and error, for a while now. And I want to read you guys what she said about it. Okay, because she's actually been doing this. This is what she said. I've started trying something new for this month. I'm trying to sign as many people up as I can on the $39 quarterly Beachbody On Demand to build retention, volume, and be more duplicatable. I send a share cart link immediately and then add my 3 favorite supplements and tell them that they can take them out of the cart, but wanted them to check them out. Okay, so what she does is she signs them up for Beachbody On Demand, but she puts 3 things in their cart, and then she says, take a look at these because this is what I'm using, and you may need it. And it's to help with your performance, okay? And she says, so she started it yesterday. This was a couple weeks ago. She started this yesterday, and she sold $230 worth of stuff. And she got 121 team volume points, as opposed to between 35 and 55 from a challenge pack. Okay? So this is what she started teaching her team, and she's testing it out with her team right now, which is what I want to do with you guys. And then it gets momentum and volume immediately. And if it does, she was saying if it doesn't work well, then she'll use the MM100 to be a good transition to start doing regular challenge packs. She is sacrificing. She said, I am sacrificing elite points and Success Club this way. But if we are talking about volume and income, this is a strategy that I believe could be a winner. She said, last month, I invited 400 people and ended up with Success Club 4. Yesterday, I sold a quarterly Beachbody On Demand challenge pack, and that non-challenge pack giant upsell, all of that equals Success Club 2, but more new commissions and volumes than I got all month last month, and I worked my butt off last month, so it's not always effort. Sometimes it is audience. Some people think can sell 10 smaller ticket items rather than 3 large ticket items. And because of low team volume on challenge packs, we are shooting ourselves in the foot if we don't take that into consideration. So do you guys understand what she's saying? So she's normally like a high volume. She's been an elite coach. She has all these accolades, but she spent her time inviting, and she got Success Club 4. And she's like, something has to change. So she decided to change this, and this is now what she's doing. And this is also so this is what I want to talk to you about retention. So if it gets more people in the door and it allows for scalable upsells, for example, like large tubs of Energize or Recover, and they get higher retention items in people's hands. Quarterly Beachbody On Demand is probably the highest retention product, like I just said. TV or team volume for a year of quarterly Beachbody On Demand is higher than a challenge pack. And the compound effect for income for new coaches is legit. If a new coach gets 10 new, listen to this, if a new coach gets 10 new quarterly Beachbody On Demand signups a month with no upsells, just 10 Beachbody On Demand quarterly signups a month, that's $180 in commission and 150 team volume. Months 2 and 3, their income is again $180 if they're just getting 10 signups. Month 1, renew on month 4. So if it's quarterly, they're going to renew on month 4. And she's thinking like it's going to be like a 75% to 100% retention at that point on month 4. Month 4 to 6, your income would jump from 180 to 360. So basically, if you keep selling 10 new quarterly Beachbody On Demand a month and keep retention, you would be making $1,000 a month by month 18 through 24. That's just 10. And that's just them renewing. Okay? This isn't 6 figures, but it's a way to start making extra income and a way to start getting people inside the door at a lower cost than saying than telling them that they have to have, $160 challenge pack. And then last thing, this is crazy. Okay. I got to show you all this because so this is another girl is numbers driven, and I'm numbers driven, but I'm not good with numbers, but I do want to show you this. If you have 2,000 people on annual Beachbody On Demand, renewing every year. They're on annual, so they pay $99. They're renewing every year. Just that income alone is $79,200 in income. Okay? This is if we take into account that you get, so with the $99 annual Beachbody On Demand, you get $39.60 in commission. Okay? So 2,000 people, if they renew, that's $79,000. That's not even upselling. That's just from these people. Okay, last thing. If you have 2,000 people and they renew annual Beachbody On Demand, PS, this was quarterly. This is quarterly. This is not annually. Down here is annually. So if you have these people and they do annually, it's 124,200 just in income from from annually, and you get 1560. No, I was wrong. This is still annually. Because when you get annually, thank you. When you're annually, you actually, they're paying less than when you're doing quarterly. So this would be more money down here. So quarterly people, 2,000 people who renew every 3 months. After the first year, you get $124,000. And that's with $15.60 commission on every quarterly renewal. So you guys, that just goes to show you. I know that I've taught Success Club. We all scream Success Club. And let me tell you something. Most of you guys are going to Summit and you're going to hear Success Club over and over and over again. But I'm telling you, Success Club is amazing, but it is not going to help you increase your income. What's going to help you increase your income is going to be volume. Bottom line, end of discussion. And so I want you guys to walk away from here tonight thinking about what it is that you want to do in order to track your volume and your income. And so I know for me, I'm going to start tracking my customers and I'm going to start tracking my volume. So instead of me thinking about Success Club 5, need to sell 3 challenge packs, I'm going to start thinking, how can I get 10 new customers this month? And then I'm going to start watching my volume and figure out how this is starting to increase my income just by focusing on just customers. And so hopefully you can walk away with this thinking, I can do this. Like, I can do this. $40, I've got this. I know that I can sign 5 people up with $40. And that way, and then plug them into something where they can start seeing community. And I can guarantee you that $40 will be nothing to them because of everything that you're giving them, because of what you are giving them based on how you coach them. So plug them into some type of community. And I want to see you guys start to increase your volume. So I have a sheet of paper. It's actually, and I'm going to share this with you guys, but it's called the Start With Something Tracker. Let me see if I can screen share this. And somebody shared this with me, and I thought it was perfect, and I think you guys will be able to track with it too. How do I share? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's Start With Something Tracker. And basically, it's just a bunch of blank squares that I want you guys to fill in. And especially those that are going to Summit, I want you guys to start working on filling this in and having it filled in by the end of July. And it's just start with something. This is not challenge packs. It's something. It's a tub of Energize. It is, a 1 month of Shakeology. It's anything. It's anything. I want you to write the name of the person inside of here, write what it is that they got, and then write what the volume is. And by the way, I have a list of all of the products that Beachbody has with their volume beside it that I'll share with y'all, so you can print it out or you can keep it in, open in your tab so you know exactly how much volume it is. But I want you guys to start focusing more on getting more customers and less on trying to hit Success Club. I know, it's crazy. But I want to see you guys making more money, and I want to see you guys feeling like you are. Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front. Okay. And I'm wanting you guys to be able to duplicate this with your own coaches, especially brand new coaches. When they come on, telling them about Success Club is amazing, but for teaching them to feel like they're forced to hit Success Club 5 before they can be successful, I'm not about that anymore. Because some people can do it, but most people can't. And it's not because they're not great coaches. They probably are great coaches, but they feel less than great coaches if they keep hearing no, 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 no all the time. So let them start getting those small successes. Let them start seeing some type of paycheck come in, and I can guarantee you they're going to stay around. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? I guess your homework would be for moving forward would be to figure out what your plan is and figure out, okay, so it's only the 8th of July. So you have plenty of time in July to go ahead and start something. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a couples challenge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite couples to join me, and there's going to be a prize. So all you have to have is Beachbody On Demand. That's it. And so you can do the free 14-day trial. You can do whatever. All you have to have is Beachbody On Demand. That's it. And it's a $5 buy-in. So what they're going to do is they're going to PayPal me $5. And then it's going to be a 4-week challenge. And it's them and their spouse or whoever. It's a couples challenge. And then after the 4 weeks, if they have been working out every single day, I'll do polls and I'm going to track all of this. But everybody pays me $5. And then at the end, I'm going to give away a $120 date night to the couple who showed up the most, who came every single day. I don't care if they didn't buy anything from me. I don't care if they just bought quarterly Beachbody On Demand. I don't care if they didn't buy a challenge pack, but this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get so many people to start ordering quarterly Beachbody On Demand, start doing it with their spouse. I just feel like when you do it with your spouse, it not only helps with your marriage, but it also you have your own set accountability partner in your house, and they do not have to work out together. But they have to both check in. So I'm going to try this. I just had a really good friend that did it, and it went amazing. And she actually did not require them to buy Beachbody On Demand. She just said you have to do some type of workout at any time. They could come in for free if they wanted, but they pay the $5 and that's it. And then she still got Success Club 10. So I think that even though you're not shooting for Success Club, it may automatically just happen for you, because that's what happened for her. She's done this 2 months in a row. It's given her Success Club 10 both months, and it's allowed her to increase her customer base. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start promoting that at Summit. So I'm going to start doing that. And then I can't remember which day I had planned, but that's my plan. So I want you guys to think about your plan. Think about what it is that you want to do. And then don't sit on it. Don't wait. Don't try to overanalyze it, and just start it. Just start it. I know. Kelly sent me a text. Inappropriate to talk about right now. But yes, I know. So do you guys off the top of your head, do you kind of have an idea of what you want to do? Does anybody want to do it?
I feel like it's a lot less pressure than before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would have been nice to know 2 years ago, Jess.
Girl, listen, no, trust me. Trust me, I've been doing my research the past really only 3 weeks.
It's so much less pressure for the buyer, too.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see what her long-term, what it looks like later down the road. Do you think the company will change anything as far as, how they consider elite points and all that stuff?
I never know. I honestly did not know that I did not realize, and if I would have, I would have told you, I did not realize that they had changed the team volume on challenge packs. I mean, how long have we had Beachbody On Demand? I had no idea that it had gotten so low. And if I would have known, trust me, we would have had this conversation years ago.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. All I know is that you have to be your own advocate in your own business and be up to date with what the commission and volume rates are. 25% commission is obviously going to be there across the board, but the volume, and continue to watch that and just make sure that because it's our responsibility. And so I never thought to look at it, but I'm glad I did, because it's a big difference. It's half of what it used to be. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to be doing that right now. Like, I was shopping with a couple of my other coach friends, and they're on completely different teams, not a part of Dynasty at all. You know, obviously not a part of our team either. And their coaches have been telling them the same thing. And she was like, it kind of completely changed the way that I was running my business, but it's been working really great. So, I mean,
I know.
I always let people into my group that, you know, even just got Beachbody On Demand, because, I mean, you know, $160 is not something everybody can afford, and I get that. And, you know, the products aren't necessarily for everybody, and I get that too. But I feel like the community is for everybody, and, you know, anybody can benefit from working out. And, you know, I mean, if they even like it a little bit and talk to one person about it, then that's, you know, you still help two people.
Right.
So,
yeah. And I don't know if you guys, if you guys have heard of Faster Way to Fat Loss, if it's like the newest fad right now. Anyway, the creator of it lives right down the street from me. And so everybody here is on that train right now. And it's carb cycling, intermittent fasting, and macros. And they do their own type of workouts. The problem is it's really expensive every month. It's $100 a month for you to stay with the program. And I'm thinking, I want to beat that, you know, because they're going to get a meal plan and they're going to spend $40 every 3 months. So I want to be like the cheapest option for everybody. And then in the long run, it's just going to pay you off. It's like, you know, taking your axe and hitting the tree every single day. And eventually the tree's going to fall. And that's what you're doing, is the more customers you bring in each month, the more volume you accrue, and you're just going to keep seeing your income grow, even if it's just little by little. So that is what I'm going to start teaching all of you guys now, to focus on that. And so, you know, leave here and figure out what your plan is, and then go for it and start tracking your customers, and go back through all of the people that never committed, that were like, yikes, $160 is a lot of money. Go back through and figure out, okay, how can I connect with these people again and get them into my challenge group? And listen, if you don't have a challenge group, and if you don't know how, you know, to start one, or you want to like start one that's already kind of started or whatever, you can put them in my challenge group. I call mine virtual gyms. You can, you can use my virtual gym. You can come in there. You can add your people to it. It's totally fine. If you want something to add people to, that's totally fine. My couples group will be completely separate from my virtual gym. So I'm going to have that one be separate, because it's only going to be 4 weeks. And then 4 weeks is like, because quarterly is, you know, I want them to keep going. So when I'm done with 4 weeks, I'm going to have another one. And so the $5 that they're putting in, somebody will get that date night, and then most likely they're all going to want to do it again. They're all going to keep going. So anyway, that's my plan. And I'm going to start implementing that as fast as I can, so that way I can start having the momentum for, you know, by the time Christmas gets around, my volume has accrued so much that it's starting to pay off, even though I'm not maybe hitting Success Club 10 or whatever. So.
Did you say to have them sign up for a 14-day trial, to send them the quarterly link and share a cart?
Yeah. So the way that they get the 14 free days is they have to sign up for the quarterly.
So they'll get their 14 days and then
they get charged.
Yeah.
Is it 14 or 7?
I feel like it's 14, but I haven't checked.
Yeah, it's 14. Yeah, it's 14.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're pushing for. So moving forward, we're going to just start focusing more